Hi, welcome. I'm glad you're here. This has been another one of those whiplash weeks. While events in our lives and in our world never move slowly, these last months have seemed more manageable, more predictable, perhaps. In just this last week, however, it feels as if we have been catapulted back to the beginning days of the pandemic as the new variant, Omicron, has appeared. Those of us who had become complacent and even lazy about following remaining protocols found ourselves scrambling back into our COVID-19 precautions as in-person gatherings went online, as reservations were canceled, and as outings to concerts, movies, and the theater were postponed or avoided. I will share with you that I am wearing my mask, not as a public service reminder to you all to do so, although you're welcome to take it in that vein, but because in the midst of all this, I took a fall. I'm perfectly fine, but I did have a couple of stitches and my face is not a pretty sight. So to spare me the self-consciousness and you the unpleasant sight, I am wearing this mask. In fact, my fall led me to the readings that I will share with you today. While each is quite different from another, they all deal in some way with resilience and even survival. While they never departed, these seem to be our front and center themes again. The first reflection that I would share with you is entitled A Meditation in 3 Movements by Rabbi Gartner. She offers it with this guidance. Some parts will resonate, some will not. If none resonates now, use it as a time to rest, held in one another's virtual supportive presence. So before we start with the formal meditation, let us begin to meditate, because that's what we're going to be doing. So if we could adopt our meditative postures. I'm already aware that my feet are planted as firmly as I can get them on the ground. I'm sitting a bit forward in my chair. I am attentive, hopefully also at ease. My hands are already resting in my lap. And I will begin now to think through the inventory of trying to let go of so many parts in my body that are holding on sometimes for all of us for dear life. So let us let go of our scalps, of our ears, of our jaws for sure. Even our mouths, let us allow them to relax. We don't have to hold them in a smile, or if there is something troubling us, part of the purpose of this time is to let go of those things for a moment. Inventory our necks and our shoulders and our elbows and our hands, unclenching our hands, unclenching our tummies that hold so much hope and angst within them simultaneously. Let us release our legs even as they are partially supporting us. And let us take that first good deep breath, filling our bodies from the tops of our newly released head to the tips of our possibly wiggling toes. And let us feel all of our insides just expanding with the intake. And then we let it go. Let us take in one more. Full, expansive, deep. And hold on to it for a few extra seconds. As we imagine the air filling corners and crevices and extremities. And then we release. Cast your mind back. Can you bring to mind a person you know who made a way out of no way? A person in your life whose resilience was so strong, it outlasted what anyone could reasonably expect. A parent, elder, ancestor, a role model, an historical or religious figure from your community. Bring this person to mind. Imagine them there before you, looking at you, lovingly, strongly, encouragingly. What do you want to say to them? What do you ask for from them? Let your thinking mind relax. Let the discourse be and return to just the image of them before you. Absorb their image and let it melt away. And we breathe. And allow that image to live before us. A person who made a way out of no way. And then let it melt away. Now, bring to mind a time in your life when you were resilient, when you discovered you had strength or creativity or wisdom you had no idea you had and could not have reasonably expected from yourself. What are the words of thanksgiving you would offer to honor that moment? Let your thinking mind relax. Let the discourse be and return to just the image before you. What are the words of thanksgiving you would offer to honor that moment, the moment of your resilience, when you discovered you had strength or creativity or wisdom you had no idea you had? Let us bring that time to mind as we breathe in. Let us breathe in that example, that strength. Let us absorb the image of what it was, where it was, how it manifested. And then let us release. And breathe in again. That moment of resilience and of strength, of wisdom, we did not realize we had. And let us exhale. The third movement. Who or what in your life inspires you to resilience? Sometimes times are so tough, we need to know who or what we are getting up for in the morning. Who delights us? Who do we love? Whose memory do we honor with our resilience? For who else's sake, other than our own, do we call upon our resilience? What do you promise them? What do you say to that person right now? Let your thinking mind relax. Let the discourse be, and return to just the image of them before you. Absorb their image as you inhale, and let it melt away as you exhale. Let us inhale our sources of inspiration. The sources of love, of memory. And let us breathe out their image as it melts away. We breathe in gratitude for them and breathe out generosity because of them. We breathe in gratitude and breathe out generosity. This next reading for our meditative purposes was written by actress, poet, writer Naomi Newman. It is a humorous, serious consideration of our challenges in life, spoken through the voices of 3 different women, but originally performed as a one-woman show. While I will not attempt to approximate the voices of the 3 women, they are 3 Jewish women, I do believe that the thoughts, sentiments, and reactions are insightful and supportive at this time. It is from Snake Talk, from a traveling Jewish theater, written by Naomi Newman. Enough of the oy vey. Now we are going to fix it. Excuse me, let me do that one more time. Enough of the oy vey path. Now we are going to fix it. Now we make a new path. So you take a shovel, you take a ground hacker, you take a hairpin. If all you got is a hairpin, take a hairpin and start digging. Dig in all directions, up and down, right and left, in and out, not in a straight line. Nothing natural or interesting goes in a straight line. As a matter of fact, it is the quickest way to the wrong place. And don't pretend to know where you are going, because if you know where you are going, you have been there, and you are going to end up exactly where you came from. Okay, so now we are digging. All of a sudden, you bump into a stone. Oh, it's so cute. Throw it away like a hot potato. You are going to bump into lots of stones, geologically fascinating. Stones of blame, resentment, self-pity. Oh, oh, from these I could build a palace. Forget it. You build from them, what you got is a prison. So you bend down, you pick them up, you throw them away. Dig a little, pick a little, throw a little, turn. Dig a little, pick a little, throw a little, turn. Now this is where you got to pay special attention to getting lost. If you are not lost, you are in trouble. Lost? Good. Sit down, blow your nose, and wait. Sometimes you got to wait for a very long time until a bird or a stranger comes along with a message. And you know what you're supposed to do while you're waiting? You're supposed to do nothing, nada, zilch, nothing. And if you can do that, if you can do nothing until the right thing comes along, then you have mastered the hardest part of all. Okay, so now you're back on the road, nice and easy, no rush, no push. And you take one little step. You take two little steps. You take three little steps. You take, watch out, watch out. You are about to fall into the puddle of empty manifestation. Empty manifestation. Here on the fourth step, you are meant to fall down. Not once, not twice, not occasionally, but on every fourth step. The ground opens up, the wind blows, a branch hits you in the head, you trip on stones, you twist your ankle, your heart breaks. You've got to fold the laundry, and they have closed the two left lanes. All of the forces gathered together to stop you. And some people, when it happens, they fall down and they lie there for the rest of their lives. But some people learn to fall down, get up. Now that is one move. Fall down, get up. Okay, so now you are on your own, and you notice that with every step, you straighten a little bit, and it hurts. All of the places you've been bending over that got stuck. And don't try to avoid it hurting, because if you do, you will never straighten up. Okay, that's it. That is how you do it. You dig, you bend down, you throw away. You go in circles, you get lost, you wait, you listen, you do nothing. You fall down, get up, and inside, you unfold. From Rabbi Gartner. Just heard about all the new, very challenging COVID updates. We're in the middle here, finding hope, believing there will be a better time, tapping into our resilience, taking action in the face of despair, which is the very definition of hope. As Rabbi Jonathan Sachs articulated, taking action in the face of despair is the very definition of hope. It is so hard. It feels like to do so requires nothing less than a miracle of the Spirit. Let us spend another couple moments just breathing these thoughts. The miracles of the Spirit. We observe them every day. You dig, you bend down, you throw away, you go in circles, you get lost, you wait, you listen, you do nothing. You fall down, get up, and inside, you unfold. By way of conclusion, I would share with you this very short poem about personal transformation and survival. It reminds me at a certain level of the statement most often attributed to Einstein, although I don't believe he actually said it. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. Act 1. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. Act 2. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend that I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Act 3. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. Act 4. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Act 5. I walk down another street. May the week ahead provide you with all of us may provide all of us with many opportunities to evaluate and reevaluate our routine responses to life's issues, in the hope that we might strengthen those that are helpful and begin to change those that keep bringing us back to the same unproductive place. I wish you a wonderful week. May God bless you. I look forward to seeing you next time.